So you guys were I'm hearing all you guys wanted the theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. CrazyCatLady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair educational for and entertainment purpose. It's like it's all they did. Well, those years ago. See? No, I don't want to do any more of it. Hi everybody, so we got a couple stories to talk about here. We get with because I'm talking about the Demigod Diaries that I just finished recently, so we name all the stories in here that I'm going to talk about here. Diary of Luke, Calster, and Dangers of Helen's House, Greek, the staff of Hermes, and Leo Vestas, and the crest of Balkforce, and the son of Magic. There's a bunch of pictures in here also too that I don't mind showing to you guys. And like, for example, here is the Dangers of Hal's House right here. Here is this part of the book that I didn't even get to look at yet. I need to finish this part. But yeah. And this. And here's a crossword puzzle that I did finish. And the remains words that I finished. So yeah. And the map of Bunker 9. So in this story, these 4 stories, each of the characters. The first story is about Luke meeting Luke and Talia meet. Okay, I'm back. So Luke and Talia has to beat son of Apollo and the monster that's in there trying to keep him trapped. And basically Talia gets led there by the goat that kept Zeus alive by feeding him for Kronos, where he beat Kronos the first time, and led him to Hal, who is being protected. So you get a bunch of other demigods, which he has it for, by the creature that can mimic people's voices. So what they do is using Talia's lightning to start a fire, and he ends up getting the diary and the dagger that ends up using for her life. Blah. So yeah, and so this basically explains how those 3 met, and we learn that Luke and Talia knew about their lie, about what happened to them in the future, because Hal is a telepath, just like you can see the future because he's Apollo's kid, and he foresaw what happens to her. Talia turned into a tree, and her being free, and her finding Luke, her finding Jason, and her becoming a huntress. And it also predicts Luke's betraying everybody, and it kind of shows you like how Luke thinks about everything and stuff like that. And I like him, why he hates the gods, and you just see his the story through his eyes really well. So I did like that. So the next one is I think it takes place right before Percy gets taken by Hera. to be guarded by those the sirens in the first book of Lost Hero, and him and Annabeth are on a date, a picnic, and it's their 1-month anniversary. And Hermes isn't losing his staff, Martha and George, to a giant that is a Festus kid that also stole Apollo's cattle. What's always fine. This is so weird that we have. Oh yeah, here's these pictures of everybody. So see, so Percy has to go and get the staff from Castrel, who ends up there's a Festus kid who basically sells stuff to people and stuff like that, and he was gonna. The reason why he stole the staff from Hermes because he doesn't want people like deliver stuff anymore, and Gaia probably told him to do it, and that's who probably told him to do it, and they go in to get it back from him by using the water and outsmarting him, and Martha and George helps him, and they go and get back to Hermes, and Hermes takes them to France so they could have a real, really, Victoria? A real anniversary thing right before Hera takes him away from her, which is not cool. Bad Hera. After this we have Leo, who is the one telling this story with Jason and Piper, who have to get a table and deal with a bunch of naiads that are followers of Dionysus, and help because he accidentally makes explosive goes off, and he has like a half an hour before it goes off, and the naiads kind of help it go stop it, and he tricks them with the help of Piper, while Jason goes and gets the table that he named Rupert because he sprayed it with glass cleaner, and apparently Rupert doesn't like glass cleaner. These are young dryads because they're not old enough to drink, and they tend to be drunk off of eggnog. And well, this is after they trick him into the fire pit and also use the net that Hephaestus used on Aphrodite and Ares when they were cheating, when Aphrodite was cheating on Hephaestus with Ares, and use this to trap them and then send them somewhere else to where they're back here next Christmas. So yeah, because this story takes place during Christmas, and that's how it ends. And then the last story is about this is written by Haley Wyrdon, who is Rick Ryden's son, who he based Percy Jackson off of, and he let his son write a story about a character that he made up that happens to hate, whose name's Alistair, who is actually a son of Hecate. I don't know, people always say, like, people say she's a, I hear goddess, I hear Titan, which is it, who has a daughter of Hecate after him, after he worked for Cronus and was one of the few survivors of the Cronus battle that fought on his side. Even so, that a lot of his siblings died during the battle, and he's like the only one that survived that was a Hecate kid, and Hecate wants to make sure that he survives, and so does Alistair. And he goes to ask Claymore, who's an author who writes about death, and this is really a story by his side, and we learn how the mist works and who made it, and this monster, Laria, who can reform every time she dies, because she does it a couple times with Claymore, and even after she kills a poor coffee guy who happened to be there after Claymore was eating coffee, and Claymore was doing a little speech about his book, and Alistair came and asked him, and with his misty dad, because his dad pretends to have a dad that is made of mist, so as protection so nobody can question him about stuff. So he goes to Claymore to ask for help so he can be his sister. But then Claymore ends up having a dream after Alistair gives him his address and phone number. He has a dream about him and Alistair and Hecate talking, and Hecate let him be in the dream, so he can learn that Alistair is gonna die if he doesn't get Claymore's help. And Claymore arms himself with a gun, which can hurt Leia, hurt this monster that can come back to life instantly. I think Xanatos is already captured during this time period, because the fact that she can reform really fast makes you think that Xanatos has already been captured by one of Hera's kids. Because I remember the first book, one of Hera's kids, one of the giants, captures Xanatos, and Frank's the one who saves him. So do you remember that? I'm already guessing that he's been captured, because since this monster can come back to life. Claymore ends up sacrificing himself. I'm sorry if I say any characters' names wrong. Still, a lot of these names are hard to pronounce, so sorry. And Claymore ends up dying because he gets killed by the monster that can bring herself back to life. And the way they defeat her is by making her be stuck to this world, where she has to basically be dissolved and over and over again. And then Hecate allows Claymore to be with Alistair forever as a mist thing, as a thank you for saving her son. So like I usually do, I'm going to read the last page of each one. So let's start with the Son of Magic. A reason to live, Claymore thought. A reason for a mortal man to power of the gods. And Claymore smiled. The sound of challenge very well. I liked, except the thought of only being a mistful, making sure that the success. He stood walking to the doorway of the church and then stopped, and if he was dead. The answer seeked right in the front of him. I have one more question for you, Hecate. Mr. He tongued with as Al Beckler must have been done before the audience as a lecture. If you yourself are a dynasty, deity, why do you pray? She paused for a moment and turned to him and opened his brilliant green eyes, and then answered, words reserved. She smiled. She said, I hope you find out. And Albeck opened his to a field and ruins. His clothes had a bullet hole in a chest and point back and unabled. Sternly, and he felt fine. He laid back in the grass for a second and then point out that when he found it was last memory of Claymore plays into the monster. Malaria's claws closed onto the doctor's neck and burned the notepad instantly, and he bent ready to cast a spell. Then he woke up. He reached out his pocket and pulled out the Mistress card, and then encased the turned the back mist, spent along the rest of his magic. And the man shaped over him and blocked the sunshine onto up to him. Claymore, Albexter's spirit, mistily. What happened? I thought. What are you doing here? Claymore gave Alabexter a smile. What he would last be rest his life. Oh, come on, he said. I think the two of us have research to do. So, yeah, let me get to the before this. I did like the fact that Rick did that for his son, allow him to make his own character. So here's Leo's story. Usually it works into a weeping hour, but he decided to. Enough one day. It was Christmas Eve. After all, he had earned a break. The Camp Half-Blood didn't really celebrate mortals' holidays, but everyone was in a good mood at the fire camp, and some kids were even drinking eggnog. Leo, Jason, and Piper passed on and went for hot cocoa instead. They listened to singing onto the pipes of heard on towards the stars, and you saved my hide again, guys, he said to his friends. Thank you. Jason smirked. Everything for you, Vesta. You and the owl girl, too, should be safe now. Safe. But she's in danger of exploding. Probably. Piper laughed. Great. I feel much better. She sat, enjoying company, and knew that she was a piece of the Argo 2 had finished by summer's solitude. They would be sailed off by Great Venture to find Jason's old home, the Romans' camp, and after that, the wait Gaia to most of forces. And now her friends with Leo and had groups to the ancient homes and point away on your side that you point out to do. Haste on to friends. Piper and Jason agreed. Leo was starting camp until the Leo from Apollo's camp, and they were all in the hockey points, and then Leo decided to call it a night. Okay, here's another picture I want to show you guys. Okay, here's Percy. That is incredible. Only you are the best. And I said that you thought I forgot. You did forget, Seaweed Brain. She smiled and then told me that she wasn't really mad. Nice save, though. I'm impressed. I have my moments. You certainly do. She crossed the table at my hands and then placed onto the ideas why Hermes acts so nervous. I feel something bad was happening on Mount Olympus. I shook my head to see for a while, but the god had said, almost like waiting for me that had come. Enjoyed tonight. She said Hermes has to be teleporting us back tonight. Time to walk along the river, and I bet suggest and Hill's planning the 2 months of anniversary. Oh god, I panicked, beginning to the thought. Really good. I survived a month and a best boyfriend. I guess I haven't screwed up too badly. In fact, I never been happier. She seemed to saw us the plans, and they could be a month good for me. How could we go for a walk? And she pushed out the credit card Hermes took into my pocket, and the black metal of Olympic Express, and sat on the table. I want to explore Paris. a beautiful girl. Here now for Luke's story. Here is, I'm guarding guard duty. I'm writing, and how more green journal my diary now, and the camp in the woods on the Rick Moors tomorrow. We'll press on to James River and read staff our supplies. After that, I don't know what to think about how green prediction prophecies. Let's see if my chest. There's something dark in my future. I'm maybe long way off, but I feel a storm horizon of it in the air. I hope I just have the strength to take care of my friends. Looking at Thalia and Annabeth sleeping in by the fire, I'm amazed how peaceful their faces are. If I'm going to be the dad of this bunch, I'm going to have to be worthy of their trust. None of has the look of our dads. I have to be better than that. I may be only 14, but that's no excuse. I have to keep my new family together. I'll look towards north and I imagine how long it would be before my mom heart in Western Connecticut from here. I wondered what my mom was doing right now. She had such bad state when I left, but I couldn't feel guilty about her. I had to meet if I remember my dad, I would have a conversation about that. For now, I have to survive today to day. I write at this diary and chance of anyone to read it. Thalia stirred, and she went back to guard duty, and that's much better. I'll sleep and hope that for no dreams. Luke Castwell signing out. So yeah, I think the next one I just got the Serpent Shadows audiobook in the mail, so good. I can finally listen to that one. So that's definitely what I'm gonna listen to next, and I'll listen to the Hammer of Thor after that. So yeah, I forgot to score this, so I'm probably gonna give these I think we'll hold the same score probably. But give this diary probably like an 8 out of 10. So here you guys go. So I'll see you guys later. Like, everyone, subscribe, and bye bye.